Hello internets, Jesus loves you. My name is Cody and this is the Christian News Show we do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday with geeksundergrace.com. So I know some of my viewers, if I bring up the Pope more than once a week, they're like, what is this, Cody, the Catholic News Show? But I have to talk about the Pope today because the Pope of the Catholic Church is releasing a pop rock album. This is not a joke, this is real life. He has already released his first single. And it doesn't sound half bad once you get to his singing. See, the way the album is set up is that it's got this pop rock theme, although there are other sounds in the album as well. And then there are bits and pieces of his most well-known speeches, and then him also singing some hymns. So if you want to check this out, there is a link in the description down below to his single called Wake Up, Go Forward. And then the album is just called Wake Up. I live in a world where the Catholic Pope is also a rock star. So, you know. And since it is one of those weird days, we are going to move on. Because there is a church in Texas that had estimated to be 1 million bees just chilling in their walls. Apparently, they hadn't caused much issue until about the last year. They've started having problems. The bees are becoming more aggressive. And so kind of a cool twist to this, you know, most people would go and get an exterminator. See, there's this guy called the Bee Czar. I get it now. Okay. Bizarre. And instead of exterminating him, this guy brings in bees, rescues them, and brings them to farms. One of those very few stories that makes you feel warm and fuzzy on the inside, but incredibly itchy on the outside. And then I know for a lot of you guys, the Duggar family is kind of a big deal. For those of you who aren't caught up, Josh Duggar was that guy that molested his little sisters and a bunch of other little girls when he was younger, and then TLC canceled the entire Duggar show. Well, now that they've canceled that 19 Kids and Counting show, they are bringing both of the sisters back so that they can have their own shows. And I've said this before, I don't watch TLC, but I do think that it's good to have Christians in mainstream media. And so one of the shows is just Duggar Seawald starring in it. It's just her prepping up for her first kid, but the one starring Jill Duggar Diller is going to be her and her husband in Central America going on mission trips. And that's the one that I hear and I'm just like, yes, you need to do that. That sounds like fantastic. I've always thought that like TLC or Home and Garden or whoever does those kind of things where like they flip houses and stuff should totally do something where you go on a mission trip and they totally redo the village. Like you go on mission trips, so you're helping the villages get revenue from the TV show itself. It would just be good all around. In fact, I think at one time they had something like that in the works, but I know this isn't that. I still think that putting mission trips on television is very cool because you get to see Christians actually do something good, not something you get to see on TV every day. And then our final story of the day really isn't Christian news, but it is heartbreaking. Over 700 people have been killed in a stampede at a pilgrimage in Mecca. For those of you who don't know, there are millions of Muslims who go to Mecca every year as part of a ritual. And so they pack into these little places because they are part of the pilgrimage. I mean, that's part of what you're supposed to be doing. And so you have all these people in one place and some people start to fall, getting pushed, and then before you know it, people are getting trampled on. And so I hear that number, 700 people dead, and it kind of makes you remember that we are all human. That is just that so many people and like 800 other people are possibly injured. And it doesn't matter like their religion or where they're from, it's still sad, heartbreaking. So just as a reminder, prayers out to everybody, whether you agree with them or not. You may not get a chance to tomorrow. And that's where we're gonna end today's show. So no question of the day or anything like that, but if you wanna comment anything, please do so in the comment section below with whatever you wanna say. Make sure you check out geeksundergrace.com for more geeky content. My name is Cody Armour, bringing Christian news in a not-so-boring kind of way every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. In closing, let the haters hate, let the Christians pray. And to everybody that subscribe, I will see you later, and God bless.